Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to our Witchdoctor No Companions Challenge. It's been a while since my last upload. I've been traveling a little bit for work. I've been pretty busy, so I haven't been able to get anything out, but back now, ready to get back on the grind. See, looks like we're headed to Jonahtown here. You might notice a small upgrade in the audio quality. I got a little bit of an upgraded microphone here. I still need to play with the settings and stuff like that. Hopefully it sounds a little bit better. If it's all messed up, this video, apologize. Be back to our standard quality. Let's see, I think I have something I can talk to Catherine here in the tavern before I head downstairs. It's because we reached level 10 for at least one battle where you're going to be using one of the Krampus weapons, Krampus's staff and stinger. I was trying to get Krampus's staff and shooter, but I was not able to. I just put out a short earlier about that, my adventures trying to farm for the staff and shooter, so check that out if you've not seen it yet.
You were brilliant, shipmate! And the compass isn't even scratched.
No care about Terry, huh?
Gosh, Captain, thanks a million.
Oh, right. Thanks for picking up Terry as well.
Alright, very good. A little bit of XP. I always thought it was neat going down into Gullet.
So this is Gullet. What an interesting smell they've discovered.
Who are you? Never heard of you. What's your game? Oh, you want to see the Frog Father? Sure, that can be arranged. Head up the ramp behind me, then turn left and down again. Big double doors, dead ahead. Knock 3 times and ask for Rocco. Rocco? He's the Frog Father's doorman, see? He'll let you in. The password is, swordfish.
I thought Bonnie Ann's voice line back there about the interesting smell, I thought they used to have other companion voice lines. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but maybe your tavern or the Bad Company companions, because I remember I thought Louis LeBisque had a voice line where he said Le Pew, he called it the stench. I could be wrong, but I thought I remember that. Maybe it's somewhere else. Maybe it's one of the times we come back, but I remember him saying Le Pew, no? I always thought that was pretty funny.
Who let you in? What's the password?
Password is swordfish.
Oh, I see. Gate crashers, is it? I'm afraid without an invitation, you aren't seeing anyone. But the Undertaker, get 'em, lads!
Not a very warm welcome. Alright, we'll put our Krampus weapon to use here. We can still use ghost whales, but I'll try to get a hit or two off with my melee weapon to show it off, and then we can swap to something else. But let's see who will go down first. Looks like the frog will go down first, and that's good because he can probably jump over stuff and get to me as fast as he needs. It is nice to be finally done with the 3 Rats quest and be getting on with it. Hopefully we can knock out the Presidio and all that stuff here soon. Hoping to get done with stuff pretty quickly. Old Moose joins us as always. He has a Vengeance Strike. Let me go up and try to use some. I don't think I have any melee abilities. I can clear these out and look for some, but let's go see what this weapon. These Krampus weapons, again, they're not super good for anything. They don't have the best stats on them. I don't really think they're worth farming, especially worth farming. But I've seen a couple people with really cool stitches that include them. I think they look very cool. I've seen a person or two with staff and shooter, the hybrid. That's the shooty staff. I think that looks really cool. So if you're interested in it, it's a cool piece of box equipment. Kind of fun. They're a little bit more rare because they're available during Christmas time, so the 12 days of the spiral, or I think he's around as well for the Christmas in July that they have every year. So only a couple times a year they will be farming for that. He will need keys as well. I don't know, the keys are kind of hard to come by. I think fighting the gingerbread pirates out in Skull Island, that's a pretty good place to get some of the wooden keys anyways for the lowest level staffs. But you can look it up on the wiki where to get them if you're really interested. I don't have great accuracy, I guess, because I keep missing. Hopefully I can finish this guy off here. There we go. Cool little death effect there. Alright.
That's enough. Alright, you survived the audition. Frogfather's house is across the square with the crabs outside. The password's Ribbit.
A ribbit?
Ribbit? Seriously? That's your password? That's the silliest thing I've ever heard.
It's true, Frog's on her. Nobody's guessed it yet. Go on.
Apologize if my voice isn't the best right now. I went out on a jog earlier, and it's kind of cold here where I am, so have the urge to cough a little bit. It was a little chillier than I anticipated, but it was a good jog nonetheless. Well, that was I think that's all that we're going to show off of this weapon. Let's go ahead and swap to something else. It's not something we're going to stick with long. I wish I had the staff and shooter. I think I would keep that equipped for a little bit longer. Let's check out some of the other things. I think we'll end up, again, with a shooty staffy for our abilities, but here are a couple other things we can check out. Let's try out this Tub Thumper. This is a really cool weapon. It has a area of attack just for your normal attack. Good range, pretty good damage. These are a larger version of what you see a lot of the water mold witch doctors using later on in Waponi Woo and things like that. And this one I believe drops from Chubbawamba or whatever his name is at the top of the volcano in Waponi Woo. So let's check this one out. I think this one looks pretty cool. Kind of looks like something that the Riddler might carry from the Batman comic.
What's the password?
Ribbit?
Go on in.
And of course the amazing Godfather reference here. When he loads in, here we go.
Who is the stranger who barges into my house? You have spirit, pirate, and you're clever. I can respect that. Let us reason together. We can do good business. Why have you come to me? Ah, Ratbeard. It is a favor you ask of me, to give you information. This I could do, but it is not that simple. My consigliere will explain.
Another voice line about a favor given and earned.
It is written in the Book of Favors that favors can never be
Yeah.
given, only exchanged. Something for something, as the Eagles say in Aquila.
Toady, I wonder, when have you been in Aquila? I'm willing to bet you've not been in Aquila, but oh well.
You want information. I want the stores of exotic spices the Monkeistans hold in their fortress, the Presidio. A favor for a favor. Understand? Go to the Presidio and sail behind the island. There is a hidden dock there where one of my associates will be waiting. Do we have an agreement?
Indeed we do. Alright, let's head to the Presidio. The Frogfather seems to have quite a bit of pull here in Skull Island. He keeps the fish, not the fish, he keeps the fishermen here on Jonahtown safe. He has some smuggling, he deals in a few different affairs. I believe you come back and talk to him. I forget if it's a companion promotion or you come back and talk to him a time or two. He seems to be pretty influential in Skull Island, but it's never really explained where all he has his hand in or who's working for him or anything like that. I think I have not seen all of the Godfather movies, so I'm not sure how much material there is to play with, but I think it would be cool if in the future they had you come back and had more of a main story arc with the Frogfather, because I think it's a fun reference and a good character. Alright, we have kind of a long sail over here. Fun fact, quid pro quo, this for that. I believe that's Latin. It's also a legal term as well, quid pro quo. There's a lot of Latin they use in the legal world, such as pro bono. I believe pro bono means for nothing or for free. So, you know, when an attorney takes a case pro bono, they'll do it for free. I forget exactly when quid pro quo comes up. I don't think there are any lawyers who are watching my videos, but if you happen to know, let me know when quid pro quo would come up in the courtroom or in any other line of work. While we're sailing here, use up some of the boost here. Using the ship for too much longer. It's wrapped. While we're sailing over there, let's look at some of my other quests. We need to talk to a couple people in Skull Island. A couple random defeat quests. Let's see which ones I have not picked up yet. Oh, we get stuck on something. You're supposed to be able to sail through here. What did I get stuck on? No, it seems like I have found an area I'm stuck. Let me pause real quick and I'll come back when we're at the Presidio. Well, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. I guess the mighty, what do we have? My mighty snoring catfish couldn't quite make it under the bridge all the way, but we have made it. Let's get this done. I always thought the Presidio was really cool. Up until now, you've been running around doing random things, especially when I started playing and there were the original 3 Ghost Rat quests. You're just kind of running around, getting rings for people and doing little details here and there, but then this was a big, the Presidio was your first big, we're going to break into place and steal something. It felt very pirate-like, so I always really enjoyed this. You know, your first introduction to, I believe at the time this was your first dungeon. It doesn't count as that anymore with the new bosses for the new Ghost Rat quest, but I believe this was the first dungeon, or the first major dungeon, so it felt new and important. It was really cool.
You're finally here. Off you go then. The path runs right to the edge of the wall. You can step right over. All's quiet now, but you may meet sentries on the walls. Silence them quickly. If they raise the alarm, you're doomed.
Alright, let me zip right over there. Please.
Look over there, Captain.
Nope.
I reckon that's the storehouse
Unless I
where the
ran down there, I
spices
got
will
pulled
be.
into a fight while the dialogue was going on.
We need to get down into the courtyard to get to it. Looks like we'll be taking the long way.
I'll zip past these guards real quick if my computer allows. I remember getting stuck in these fights a lot back in the day, trying to sneak past them. I think it's a lot easier for me now. It probably should not have been that hard to get by these guys without being pulled into a battle, but I did not used to be very good at it.
No guards here. Good. Now we get spices.
Alright.
Gate locked. We need key. Must search barracks.
I don't know if you can hear that. Some sirens going on outside. Sounds like something going on. Passing us by.
Stop! You pirate scum, you will pay for this. Take them!
Alright, this one should be interesting. It's a pretty small enclosed area. We'll see if our new area of attack weapon can help us out at all. Yeah, well... Unfortunately, like other abilities, if it has this X pattern, you could target, say, this square and then hit both of the guys below it. But with this attack, you actually have to point it right at them. So we're going to not use that right off. We'll thin them out and see if we can use that a little bit. I've been thinking about getting more into... we survived a hit. I thought Campo would go right down. I thought about getting a little bit more into making some YouTube shorts on Pirate 101. I think those are a little easier and faster to make. Whereas I've been looking for a good way to edit these long-form videos, I have a couple ways to edit shorts that are a lot easier, and I think it would be something that I would enjoy, but we'll see. I think I will end up just making a couple for fun about different things. I think I mentioned earlier I made one on a little bit of farming I did at Krampus, but that one was fun. I'm finishing up my max Buccaneer. My max level Buccaneer has I think a pretty good build, so I want to do a short breaking down all the gear that I'm using and the build. So I might do a couple build shorts. I'm not sure. No upload schedule or anything like that. I'll just kind of keep dabbling and see what I enjoy. And I am still planning on doing other long-form videos once I figure out some editing for these. I do have a ton of ideas. I really like exploring lore and theories, more long-form narration videos, things like that. I'll be very interested to do that once I become less busy with work and yeah, once I get some editing stuff figured out. But hey, I think the microphone is a small upgrade. It only took me, what is this, 8 episodes to get there. You know, just upgrade little things a little bit at a time. Who knows, if you stick around until episode 10,000, I might just have a decent video for you to watch. How about that?
Oh, the low lighter's nowhere here.
Yeah, I guess we caused a ruckus in the storeroom, and now...
A bold, unattractive pirate, eh? You will rue the day you thought to cross the Monkeyston Empire, gangly one.
I do kind of enjoy that. The Monkeystons, though they are the monkeys, they constantly belittle, excuse me, and make fun of the pirate. I always thought that was pretty funny. I think I was listening to a couple different interviews with Sam Johnson, who is the creative director of Pirate 101, and he mentioned that he really enjoyed writing the Monkeystons, which I thought was pretty funny, how they're totally racist towards you all the time. I think he said that some people might have gotten annoyed by the end of the world of Monkeista, that everybody was just so rude all the time. I don't know, I don't think that's ever been a huge subtractor for me. I think it's pretty funny most of the time. I don't find it in ill taste too much, and I think it's very funny if they're a monkey. And I think it's better and more attractive to be hairy and short, which kind of goes against, I guess, today's beauty standards, I suppose you could call it that. Old Moose, welcome back as always. Does gunnery give more? Yes, gunnery is more powerful than the Mojo Strike. I was just going to do the Mojo Strike by default, but it does not make a lot of difference now. These are pretty easy fights, but I might as well get in the habit of being as tactical as I can, because in another world or two, this challenge is going to get extremely difficult. So we shall see. It's cool watching some other different challenge videos, different people doing just random things like solo battles of certain tough enemies, or randomized companions, or things like that. Or different challenges, going through the game with no training points. So some really cool challenges out there, and let's see what we want to do here. Yeah, it just reminds me that in the future years it's going to get very difficult. I have done a couple other challenges through the game on my own, but I don't feel I haven't done any challenge that's incredibly hard or that's taken me too long to strategize and to beat. So I am expecting that there will be quite a few challenges here with this, quite a few battles with this challenge that are going to really test me, and I'm going to have to, I don't know, come up with unique strategies or really unique builds, or I might not even be able to get past some of this stuff. So I'm excited for that. I do enjoy a challenge.
Help! Help!
Oh wonder what the Monkeesterns think locking up this clearly zombified man. I don't know if it's ever explained why the Monkeesterns have locked up your Presidio companion here in the Presidio, which is just a tiny... It's just a very tiny outpost here that Monkeesta has in Skull Island Skyway. I don't think that's ever explained. Old Moose. Man, I mean, with the amount of times Old Moose shows up, he might as well have Loyal 2 on him. He doesn't do things like that. I'll be very sad one day when I have to upgrade and Old Moose will no longer join me in battle. It'll be a sad, sad day. This outpost is obviously one of our first indications that Monkeesta, the world of Monkeesta. Ooh, let's try out our natural attack here. Boom! That's good damage. Look at that. Presidio is one of the first indications that Monkeesta has any type of stake here in Skull Island. A little further in the game, obviously, Monkeesta is based off of Spain, I believe. And we'll just do this again. And they have a whole world of their own. But they also have a lot of interest in Skull Island. They have a large presence in Tradewind Skyway, where they have an outpost there with a governor, and then they have expeditions into the Isle of Doom and things like that. Captain Avery later on works very hard to create trade deals with the Monkeesterns. So it's a very cool, I don't know what kind of background that would be, but it's a very cool world building. Alright, let's talk to Dead Mike.
Pirate, there's no point in trying to... Wait, you look familiar. No, it can't be. Can it? Pirate, I knew your parents.
Oh.
I sailed with your mom and dad for years. Stood by 'em right to the end. Terrible thing. You have my word. They will be avenged. You need a key? The commander upstairs has a ring of keys. They will work for every lock in this place. I know a secret way out of this fortress. Get those keys and let me out of here, and I'll help you.
Maybe your Presidio companion, perhaps they were first working for the Frog Father and trying to steal these spices. Maybe that's why they know the way out. Maybe they just failed and got locked up. Alright, let's go upstairs. I guess if we're playing tactically, as I was just talking about, taking every advantage, I should top up on health outside here before I head upstairs. That would be a smart thing to do. A little bit of health can make a bit of difference.
What's this? A hairless giant thinks they can steal from the crown of Monkeesta? I shall dispatch you with irresistible force.
I do love his armor. El Nebuloso? I don't know what that means, but your armor is awesome. We'll just do our usual here. Looks like first come, first serve. He's first up. Campo runs back. We'll just go ahead and work down the line here. I forget who, but someone, I know you only have to defeat the boss, but I think these can one-shot these guys, so we can just keep them from hurting us as they come in. It'll be just fine. Someone, I forget who, but I'll find it and link it in the description, made a really cool theory video about Monquista and kind of how they're falling behind in the spiral because they do not have updated weapons. Obviously, the Armada uses a lot of spark throwers, and when we go to Marleybone, they're very advanced as well with spark throwers. And from what we know about Polaris, excuse me, they are very advanced as well. But Monquista is not. They use a lot of crossbows, spears, halberds, stuff like that. Alright, well, just a couple swings, we can take him down. And just another hit or two, we can might as well drain some health. We could use it. Old Moose will help us out. Man, too easy. Up here, let's see.
Here's the ring of keys. Now let's get going.
Up here, hiding in the corner, is an ancient tome or training tome. Ancient tome. This is the first one you can run into in the game. We're not training any companions, but we'll pick it up anyway. And you can pick this up well before you're actually introduced to training tomes at Captain Gunn's Refuge later on. So make sure to pick that one up if you have not already. Let's go talk to Dead Mike.
Thank you, Captain. Now which lock were you looking to open?
Must get spices. We go to storehouse now.
Good thing all of the keys were on one ring. That's pretty fortunate. I guess in an outpost or a garrison as small as this, then you're gonna have won't have to look too many places to find one. They're all blue young fruits. So we're just gonna use a potion here and stock up our potions. We usually don't get to top it up this quick. That's awesome. They're not very common. Alright, let's get them spices. And one final fight here. And I think this is going to be the only time we get to fight with Dead Mike, because once he becomes our companion, he's going to be immediately relegated to the bunkhouse, and he'll have to sit in there. So, Dead Mike, let's have a wonderful battle together for the first and the last time. Go get him. Well, okay. Let's see. I will hit him with one of these. You can finish off the last one. I'll leave him for you. Ouch. Good work. Excellent job. Let's check out what else the Monquistans have in here. I'm not really sure what these are. It could be anything, I suppose. Some casks or urns there, maybe. Something alcoholic, perhaps. I was kind of interested because I saw over here... Which ones did I see? I saw the tops of these barrels that have pineapples on them. Very cool, lots of fruit. Monkeys do eat fruit. I'm not sure specifically about pineapples, but I suppose. Spices, on the other hand, I don't know. Maybe monkeys eat spices. I don't know.
Done. The grate over there leads to a tunnel under the wall. I'll meet you in Gullet. Nobody died. Yet.
I'm pretty sure you've died, Dead Mike. It's kind of in your name there, sir. I don't know. You got a good head of hair, though. I mean, plenty of people lose all of their hair and their color well before they get as old as you, so I think you're doing pretty good. Alright, enough banter. Let's get out of here. Taking too long. Alright, we'll teleport back to Jonatown here. Go talk to the Frog Father once more. A little bit unrealistic we're going down the blowhole of a whale, because that would surely kill any real life whale, but this is make pretend land, so it's okay. Oh, okay, this is something that truly does not matter at all, but I'm always bummed out. It is very hard to see where the off ramp, where the little down ramp is coming off of this plank. Even here, it's very hard to see. So many times I'm coming from one direction or another and I miss it, and it's very hard to hit. It's just a bummer. I wish that was easier to see. I don't know why that's pretty petty of me to be upset about that, but... And they should make that more visible, really. It's not very accessible. You might stumble and fall right into, I don't know, is this the whale's stomach? And that would be very bad. So, this does not seem like a very safe place to begin with. I do not think OSHA would approve. But come on, guys. You put a railing there or something to make it a little bit more obvious. Alright.
Welcome back, pirate. Our mutual friend here tells me you did a fine job at the Presidio. He has also told me who your parents are. I did business with your parents in the past. They were fine people. I see the resemblance.
Okay, well, I suppose this does explain, not 100% prove, but I think we can easily infer from this that our dead Mike here, or whatever Presidio companion you choose, was working for the Frog Father, and he was after the spices or something else, and did not quite make it.
I made an oath to avenge your parents, pirate, even beyond my mortal grave. And so, I'll join your crew. I have no choice.
As much as I hate to interrupt the tearful reunion, the time has come for us to do real business.
Dead Mike, who recently got a rework, I believe. He used to have Riposte back in the day. Now he comes with a more Buccaneer-centric Vengeance Strike. Makes him a little bit better for Buccaneers.
You have done me a favor, young pirate, and you have my thanks. Now, you want me to tell you where to find the pirate Ratbeard? That I cannot do.
Yeah, I gotta explain about favors again.
I gave my word to Ratbeard that I would not betray him if anyone came looking for him. I cannot break my word. But now, what of the favor I owe you?
The Book of Favors tells us that any favor owed may be transferred by the holder of the favor to any other party whom the holder owes a favor. The transferred favor takes the place of any favor that the holder owes to the party the transferred favor is transferred to. In summary...
Enough.
That's enough. So, do you understand? There is a rabbit in Flotsam, One-Eyed Jack, who owes me a favor. I am holding his favor.
I think it's fun, all the silly rules and stuff like that. Obviously, there's a reference here in the Book of Favors, and also when you talk to the leader of the Red Claw Gang and you request a parlay. I think Halbrad informed me that that was a reference to Pirates of the Caribbean, the parlay, so maybe I'll make a video one day talking about all the different rules that the pirate, kind of the pirate code of Pirate 101 or something like that. That'd be pretty fun.
I transfer the favor Jack owes me to you, erasing the favor I owe you. My debt to you is paid. And now Jack owes you a favor. Jack gives you the information, my word remains unbroken. Everybody wins. You'll find One-Eyed Jack in a tavern in Flotsam called the Black Spot. A long time ago, your parents asked me for docking privileges at the starboard pier. Their ship is still there. Take it with my blessing.
Alright, let's go grab a new ship. If I remember correctly, when I originally played this game, this was where the paywall was at the time. It's been changed a few times, people might remember it differently, but I'm pretty sure when I first played through in, oh goodness, 2012, 2013 timeframe, you get all the way here for free, and then once you walked up to these chains, now I'll have a loading screen, but you would have the paywall was right here. You could not progress any further. So you were tantalized. They dangled this nice new ship in front of you that's way better than our puny little raft, and then they gotcha, because you're now back on the trail of Ratbeard. You get to go somewhere new, but you can't get your new ship. So I think that's where the paywall was at the time. I'm sure I could go back and verify that somehow, but I won't. It's been paywall's been changed a few times.
Your new ship, Captain. Your parents kept her in fine shape and upgraded her too. I hope she takes you to a better fate than they got.
To be honest, Dead Mike, this is not... They did not do many upgrades on this ship. It is not a very good ship. But that is okay. We will happily take it. And on the way to Flotsam, I can do my own upgrades. I think I have a thing or two to throw on her. Go around here. Where I should put my marker, where we go next. I know we come back to Corsair's channel here soon, so maybe I'll place my mark there. Yeah, we can throw a marker down somewhere closer here. Right here, fine. Let's take a look at our ship equipment. Let's take everything. Let's see what we have on our raft. Some of this stuff might be helpful. Downgrade to a raft. Wheel. Raft origin. We might want those cannons. Raft. We might want that as well. Flotsam flying. Alright, let me put on my ship here again. Throw a couple of these upgrades on. See, the parents really didn't upgrade anything. I don't have. There's almost nothing on the ship. I think someone might have been stealing some stuff while it was docked there. Jonatown. Pop a squat here. Just throw some of these things on. I have 3 pairs of sails from the bank or from main sails. This might be, I don't know where I had those from, but they'll work great. These are better hull repair rate. A little bit of armor here. This is the same thing, except a little bit worse cooldown and a worse chance to add a token. This is not quite as good. Same cooldown, a little bit better hull repair rate, but the accuracy is not very good. So I think we'll stick with what we got on there now. And I'll have to sell the rest of that stuff. Oop, almost hit a flying fish. Now that's looking a little bit. That's a little bit. Alright, well, we did the Presidio. We made it to Flotsam here. I think this is where we'll end it. Next episode, we'll go look for One-Eyed Jack. Thank you so much for joining me again. Sorry about the delay. I hope to be able to put out a few more of these here. But thank you for watching. Goodbye for now, and I'll see you guys later.